Hey, there's a special event happening on Thursday night at Punchline Philly. Comedian Anya Zova bringing her Make Laughs, Not War tour here in Philly.
It's great to be here. I have an amazing mother, she's here now, and back in Russia, she told me that I will have to kiss a lot of frogs before finding my green card.
Oh my goodness, Anya Zova joining us on the feed at night. So good to see you here on the feed. First of all, our thoughts with you and your family, but I love what you're doing because you're uniting people through laughter, Anya.
Oh, thank you for having me, guys. It's a pleasure to be here. And yes, I'm doing my best to bring peace to the world.
And how meaningful is that for you, especially with all that's going on, to go out and do that with your gift?
Yes, it is. And the truth is my mom is Ukrainian and my father is Russian. So this project for me, Make Laughs Not War, is like my baby. It is my baby. I created it, and I'm bringing international comedians to different cities, and we're spreading joy and peace. And I feel especially nowadays with Ukrainian President Mr. Zelensky being a former comedian, and I believe his sense of humor and his charisma is what holding the nation so strong. And we are doing here whatever we can to support the Ukraine and to support peace.
Boy, what is that conversation like, especially when you go on the road, considering your father is Russian and your mother's Ukrainian?
Well, people always ask me, do your parents fight at home?
Yeah.
No, they don't. My father, even though he's very Russian, but he always supported Ukraine, and our family was against Putin regime from day one. And this is one of the reasons I left Russia 10 years ago, because there's no freedom of speech. I would be in jail for saying stuff on stage, what I'm doing here in the United States. Wow. So I moved here for freedom, and I wish freedom for the entire world.
And you're using your freedom for good. So what things do you touch on then with this tour, with this Make Laughs Not War tour?
Well, we are spreading the peace, right? We're doing a Punchline Field on May 26th, where I have Ukrainian comedian Katerina Chef, very talented. I have Black Barty, he's a former military guy from Orange County, California. So right now it's just to support Ukraine, but this project has a huge potential, and we are planning to expand it to different conflicts and different wars, and do whatever we can to support humanity. We need peace. The planet Earth needs peace. People need peace. We survived pandemic. Like, come on, guys. Yeah. We need to wake up.
Well, it really is a great message. You're not only great on stage and so funny, but you're pretty badass in the ring. A kickboxer?
In the past, yes. I used to beat up my opponents, and now I kill the audience with laughters. My father wanted a son, but got me. Big disappointment. I'm 6'1". And when it came to choose a career, he brought me to the boxing gym. But also it was not really safe to live back then in Russia. So I think for self-defense purposes, he brought me to the boxing gym, and I fell in love with it. And yeah, it was my past.
So what do your folks think then of the fact that you're a comedian now?
Say it again?
What do they think about you being a comedian then, your dad and your mom?
At the beginning, my father didn't take it seriously. He's like, a comedian? It's not a serious profession. I'm like, but now when he sees Zelensky became a president and he proved the entire world that comedians are brave. So now he's a little bit more supportive of me, especially with this project. He sees the message and he sees the meaning behind it. So now he is on board with me.
Well, I tell you, you're really doing it all, from kickboxing to WWE. I know you did that for a while. Comedian and acting. You're also teaching acting. So what advice would you give for those who are just now starting out? Because I know it's hard.
It is hard, but I do believe if you put, if it's something that you love doing, for example, this project is micro-produces Barry Katz, and he always says, guys, if you have all the money in the world and all the peace and health for your family, but what is one thing, if you have to work for 40 hours a week, what is that one thing that you will be doing for free for 40 hours in exchange of health and well-being for your family? And if that answer is acting or kickboxing or comedy, wherever the answer is, I feel like you have to go full speed. Don't stop. Don't take no for an answer. Take charge of your career, create your own projects, and just believe in it with your entire being, and the door's going to open up for you.
Keep your foot on the pedal, I'll tell you that. Anya, great to see you. Make laughs, not war. Punchlines on Thursday. Good to see you, Anya. Anya Zova.
Good to see you.
Yes,
thank you, guys.
You.